Stand down, Rogue.
Dive into the 7th episode packed with nods to Marvel's classic comics, special appearances, and fan-pleasing surprises. Join us for a recap of the significant revelations and memorable moments, including themes of loss in Genosha and delightful Easter eggs scattered throughout to entertain viewers. Don't miss out on this summary of highlights that kept fans on the edge of their seats. Don't miss the latest updates and insights into X-Men 97. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. And while you're at it, leave a comment below with your predictions for the next chapter. We can't wait to hear from you. The episode begins with Gambit's funeral, a sad moment for the series. As many fans already know, Gambit sacrificed his life to save the nation of Genosha from a surprise attack by the Sentinels. At the funeral, there is a brief appearance by members of the Thieves Guild, a group from New Orleans that took Gambit in when he was abandoned by his parents as a child. The X-Men gathered at the cemetery for Gambit's funeral are visibly shaken, with Nightcrawler giving a heartfelt speech about Gambit's journey from villain to hero. In a poignant moment, Nightcrawler, aka Kurt, highlights humility as Gambit's lasting legacy. Jubilee expresses disbelief at Rogue's absence at Gambit's funeral, reminding everyone of Gambit's love for her and his numerous heroic deeds. Nightcrawler points out that Rogue is not only struggling with the loss of Gambit, but also the death of Magneto. In another scene, Rogue breaks into a top-secret U.S. facility to confront General Ross in search of the whereabouts of Henry Girick and Bolivar Trask. Her anger is fueled by the deaths of many mutants, including her beloved Gambit, at the hands of the Sentinels. General Ross, known as Thunderbolt, questions Rogue's ability to invade his highly armored base, referring to the fact that the place was designed to withstand attacks from the Hulk. This mention of the Emerald Giant is a good example of the connections between the different characters in the Marvel Universe. Meanwhile, the X-Men touch down in a Genosha undergoing reconstruction by mutants, where they roll up their sleeves to lend a hand in the rebuilding process. Amelia Vogt, one of Magneto's allies, appears in this episode to help aid the injured in Genosha. Her ability to transform matter into vapor is a great advantage in emergency situations. In the comics, she also had a romantic relationship with Xavier, adding a layer of complexity to her participation. In a surprising twist, Rogue finds herself in an unexpected encounter with none other than the legendary hero, Captain America. As the two heroes join forces, Captain America's motorcycle plate bears the inscription AVN-A10, a clever nod to Rogue's comic book debut in Avengers Annual Number 10 from 1967. Captain America discloses to Rogue that Girick has been secretly transferred from American custody by a clandestine division of the UN known as the Forbidden List. As the layers of intrigue deepen, Rogue is faced with a moral dilemma that could reshape her path as a hero. In the secret facility where Rogue and Captain America are, there is the acronym OZT, which stands for Operation Zero Tolerance. In the comics, this is Bastion's plan to hunt down mutants through the creation of Omega Sentinels. This episode suggests that this operation will be one of the stories explored in X-Men 97. Introduced in 1996 in the comics, Bastion is the fusion of Master Mold and a future robot that is an advanced version of the Sentinels called Nimrod. He ends up looking like a human without knowing his origin, assuming the identity of Sebastian Gilberti. The villain is known for his crusade against mutants, participating in several schemes to eliminate Homo Superior from Earth. Among his android powers, Bastion is immune to telepaths, can control sentinels, manipulate energy, teleport, time travel, super strength and endurance, and fly. Girick was transferred to a facility in Mexico City, and Rogue went there in search of him. Back in Genosha, mutants are talking about an upcoming war. Jubilee tries to persuade Sunspot to tell his parents that he is a mutant. It's sad to see that several mutants were killed during the massacre perpetrated by the Sentinels. Rogue finds Girick not in a prison but in a luxurious mansion in Mexico City. When trying to extract from Girick's mind the whereabouts of Trask, something unexpected happens, as if another entity is present in Girick's mind. Certainly, it's Bastion. Using her telepathic powers, Jean Grey manages to find a survivor amidst the wreckage in Genosha. It turns out to be Emma Frost, who not only has telepathic abilities, but can also transform into crystal form. Scott feels sad because he had hoped it would be Madeline Pryor, the mother of his son Nathan. Trask contacts the X-Men and reveals that he was manipulated by Mr. Sinister. He had no idea the plan involved the genocide that took place in Genosha. Trask asks the X-Men to meet him at the UN Peace Legion in Madripoor. As Nightcrawler finds Rogue unconscious in Mexico, all the X-Men quickly appear on the scene. Mysteries surrounding Mystique and Nimrod unfold in the series. It confirms the connection between Rogue and Nightcrawler, who share the same mother, Mystique. Interestingly, Mystique has not yet appeared in the new series, but rumors suggest she is disguised as Val Cooper, a member of the UN. Furthermore, the episode hints at the rise of Nimrod, the robot that led to the creation of Bastion, indicating an imminent threat to the mutants. Gyrick ended up being killed by Bastion in his sleep. The X-Men arrive at the UN Peace Legion in Madripoor as indicated by Trask. While invading Trask's base, the X-Men come across a soda machine that grants access to the laboratory if they ask for a Diet Pingo. This nod to Stan Lee's favorite soda is a tribute to the Marvel creator. Moreover, Trask, regretting his creations for Bastion and Mr. Sinister, tries to take his own life, saying, "I have become death itself," a quote from the famous physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer, known for creating the atomic bomb. Trask mentioned they are building a new type of Sentinel, much more powerful than the ones that destroyed Genosha. Trask ends up dying and transforming into a human-like Sentinel, Primer Bolivar, who then attacks the X-Men. At the end of the episode, we see a fight against Trask's Sentinel version, with scenes referencing various Marvel Universe companies such as Stark Industries, VistaCorp, and Hammer Industries. Additionally, Quicksilver appears but soon reveals himself as Morph, transforming into the Speedster to help in the battle. Just when it seemed like everything was over and the X-Men were defeated, Cable shows up and successfully neutralizes Primer Bolivar. In a conversation between Bastion and Mr. Sinister, we see that they already know that Professor Xavier is alive and they are preparing for his return to Earth and the X-Men. In a final scene, we see that Magneto is alive and a prisoner of Bastion.
As long as you stay still, so long as you don't resist, simply listen and obey. See.
Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey through Episode 7 of X-Men 97. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to Intriguing Facts for more exclusive content and a deeper dive into your favorite animated series. And remember to hit the like button and share with your fellow mutant enthusiasts. Until next time, stay curious.